What is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. So let's talk about the bottom, as I am hearing rumblings that there is a case for it being set, so I wanted to get ahead of this so you have all the information and we can kind of separate truth from fiction. So you know exactly how to handle this situation, more importantly in regards to your stocks. And I will touch on the crypto debacle and the YouTubers' involvement and all that as well, just briefly. I don't really want to discuss it, but we'll talk about it briefly because you guys asked to hear my opinion on it. I just ask in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do if you like the truth about the hype, and if you want to hear from a guy who repeatedly gets offers but has not taken a dime from any crypto broker, any crypto coin, or any other sponsor since I had Webull, and I basically dumped them right after the GameStop debacle almost 2 years ago, where they did not allow people to sell for a period of time, so I just completely dumped them. And we actually did the math this weekend in the group, and I could have easily made a stupid amount of money in additional income if I had taken on sponsors this year, but I did not take on a single one. And honestly, all of us YouTubers get offers daily, multiple times a day, to pitch all kinds of stuff. Now, I cannot speak for the big guys, as many of them make small fortunes just on YouTube alone, but here's what YouTube pays me in a whole month. And for the guys who have similar sized channels or smaller channels or slightly larger channels, it is probably very similar to this amount. This barely even pays the rent, especially with that going up endlessly, it seems, this year, much less pay for any other living expenses. For many creators, the only way to make it is to take on sponsors or have a private group like I do that makes this whole venture worth it to begin with, or to just make ends meet. And for reference, for me, I can't speak to anybody else, but just for me, half of everything earned with all of this goes to charity right off the top. Then the taxman takes 40+%, and the rest is kind of where all the expenses are paid out and all that sort of stuff like that. I do it because I enjoy it, not to pay the bills, and I'm thankful I have other ventures that kind of bridge that gap. But many guys don't have that luxury, so they have to take on sponsors to continue to create content that you love to see. Now, I agree completely with anybody who says nobody in the finance space, big guys, small guys, whoever, they all should not have taken crypto money unless you're a crypto channel specifically. But a channel like mine or someone similar to me, it just looks stupid and is wrong in my opinion taking any crypto related sponsorship, because that's not what we do and that's not what we talk about. So although it may be necessary to take sponsorships as a small creator just to pay the freaking bills, you have to be selective and not just take something you know nothing about or that could destroy your reputation as a creator. Now, in regards to private groups, I understand some not liking it all. I really do. And I get it that you don't like my pitches and I don't pitch them right, I don't do them correct. And I have no issues if you just dump ahead or don't like that I pitch my group or get upset with me for it. But also try to understand, especially if you're blasting other small YouTubers too, that this can be the exact type of debacle that can be a result of someone trying to do right based on that negative feedback about groups, so they end up taking on sponsorships instead to kind of make ends meet by offering a group or a newsletter or another service that provides actual value to their audience instead of a sponsor, which I don't believe provides nearly as much value to the audience as some of those other things I just listed. So hopefully this gives you a better understanding as to why a group or a sponsorship is almost a necessity to continue making content as a small channel. All right, enough of that. Hopefully we don't have any more YouTube drama in a while so we can focus on investing. So I wanted to get ahead of this whole bottoming thing right now, as I'm already hearing grumblings about this. So I wanted you guys to have the truth on calling a bottom, so when the noise comes, you know the reality of the situation. So have we seen the bottom? I mean, has it happened already? You will have some who will call a potential bottom 15 times before finally getting it right, which if you're wrong the previous 14 times, your track record sucks. But let's not get facts in the way of a good story here. Essentially, every dip will be the bottom this time, and until it's not, then is finally the time the next time. Kind of rinse and repeat until you are right, and then you make videos about how you called the bottom perfectly, so follow me or whatever. Don't fall for that stuff at all. Even though I am bullish on the markets and don't buy all the doom and gloom, I'm also not going to predict every rally as, the end and the bottom has already happened either. And then you will have the opposite as well. No matter what happens, how big the rally is, how great the economy does, a new bottom is always kind of around the corner. And now they are right during times like right now. And when we see the market go down and down, they look exactly right. But just like our friend that says the bottom is in when it's not, this guy just continues to guess new bottoms long after the train leaves the station for the next bull run. The bottom of the financial crisis was early 2009, but these guys called for a new bottom through 2012 before finally believing that the next bull run was here. And some guys like Jeremy Grantham, who is getting a lot of run right now, never stopped predicting that the market was about to revert back below those 2009 lows, even all the way up through today. He puts out a newsletter, and during the greatest bull run ever, he stuck to his guns that we never actually bottomed way back during the financial crisis and will crash back down to lowers way back worse than what they were back then. We have a long way to get back to anywhere close to 2009 levels, but hey, that's why he talks about super bubbles and mega bubbles and all kinds of stuff like that. Ignore all talk of the bottom. It is useless to guess for one simple reason. We will not have actual confirmation of a bottom for many months, if not a year from the time that we actually bottom. I have watched stocks rally during the financial crisis for months before falling back down and making new lower lows. Now, hopefully it does not happen this time around, but absolutely nobody knows. There is no indicator that tells you or gives you clues. There is no YouTuber who knows. There is nobody in the media that knows. And there is no chart that proves it one way or another. There is nothing out there. That is why I don't talk about it, because it's a useless guessing game. Heck, I know for a fact, and it's the only thing that I know, some stocks will bottom months before other stocks do. Some stocks won't bottom until the middle of the first big rally after the bottom. Some stocks will bottom months before the actual bottom hits, and some stocks won't bottom for years until after the market's already on another bull run. And just to kind of illustrate this point, we have a group member who posted his entire portfolio kind of in graphical form, and his personal bottom was in May for his portfolio. He was already trending back up when the market hit those June lows, and then he was up a lot larger now when the market revisited those June lows just recently. Again, this illustrates it's useless to try and guess that point for each and every stock you own, since they are all going to be wildly different and bottom at wildly different points. So if next earnings season the stocks I own do great but Wall Street wants to be stupid, I don't care about the bottom because I'm going to happily accept that gift because I'm not worried about the bottom. But what I won't do is give a single second or any consideration to
if this is the bottom or not.
I will buy before the bottom like I have been doing. I will hopefully be buying around the bottom, and I will be buying after the bottom. And let me explain why I'll be buying after the bottom. Just because a stock is up 20% from the bottom, does that mean I will stop buying? I mean, if it's a $50 stock but it's trading at $35, why wouldn't I keep buying even though it's up 20% from those lows? So please, don't worry about the bottom or anything else. It is useless to try and call the bottom or to try to even figure it out. And I feel like I've said bottom 1,000 times, but we just got to roll with it, guys, here. It's coming up to the holiday season and we just got to roll. It is literally a waste of time and brain power to do so. It's just another form of timing the market, and more importantly, we will not have actual confirmation of the bottom for months, maybe even a year afterwards, so stay focused and don't let the noise like this distract you. Just buy based on your plan, and if you get gifts of a stock making a new low, but the fundamentals of the company are doing great, that is exactly what you want as a long-term investor. And if you want to see all my buys in real time, see my watch list with price targets, and take 5 courses for free so you can analyze the stock, create a plan, do evaluation, and set price targets, and have direct access to me and an incredible community to support you through all of this garbage and all this mess, make sure you check out the pinned comment and see if being a member is the right fit for you. And click this video here to see my plan to make huge money during this downturn. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.